Happy Mother's Day from Revamp Training Studio. I'm Lindsay and this is Cassie. We're going to be showing you a 5-minute warm-up, a 15-minute workout, and then a 10-minute athletic stretch session. So get your workout clothes on, get a water bottle, and let's get started. So for our warm-up, we are going to do 6 alternating knee pulls. A knee pull, you're bringing your knee in towards your chest, hugging it, and then switching legs. So we're doing 6 total. All right, after that we're doing quad pull. So you're going to use your hand, bring your heel up towards your butt, and then switch sides. So 6 alternating, keeping that core tight for balance. Trying to have your knee right next to that leg, it's not out wide. Last one. All right, now we're doing an arm circle to toe pull. So I'm putting my right leg out forward. I'm doing a big arm circle, hinging forward, reaching towards my toe. Standing up, switching sides. We're doing 6 total, 3 on each side. Stretching out your hamstrings and making sure that front leg is straight. You don't have a bend in your knee. All right, after that we have 6 lateral lunges. So I'm going to one side, and then I'm coming back and going to the other side. So 3 each direction. Both toes should be face forward. Sending your hips back, keeping your chest high. Feeling a stretch in your inner thigh. One more each direction. All right, after that, we're doing arms up and over. So we're keeping our core tight, our rib cage down, taking those arms, we're bringing them up and over. Stretching out your lats. We're doing about 10 of these. Let's do 2 more. 1 and 2. All right, now we're doing arms across the body, stretching out our chest. We're doing about 10 of those, giving ourselves a little hug. Two more of those, 1 on each side. Awesome. Now we're going to do a sumo stance good morning. So legs are wide. This is our sumo stance, acting like you're a sumo wrestler. I'm gonna place my hands on my hips, sending my hips back, shoulders back, hinging forward the flat back, and standing. You're gonna do 4 more just like that. Flat back, stand, good. 3 more. Pushing those hips back. You have a soft bend in the knees. Feel this in your hamstrings, maybe your glutes, and maybe your low back. Let's do 1 more. All right, now we're going to go into an inchworm. I'm gonna show you, and then we'll do 3 more after I show you. So an inchworm, we are going to hinge forward, walk out to a plank, make sure your core is tight here, and then push back up to standing. All right, so 3 inchworms, here we go. Make sure you're breathing. Core is tight the whole time. We're just walking out so our shoulders are right over our wrists. 1 more. All right, getting those shoulders nice and warm. Next we have plank up, up, down, downs. I'm going to show you first, and then we'll do 3 on each side, leading with the right arm and then leading with the left arm. So I'm in a plank position on my elbows. Shoulders are right over my elbows. My butt's tucked. Coming up with my left, up with my right, down with my left, down with my right. That was 1 on the left side. We're going to do 3 on the left side and then 3 on the right side. Here we go. Up on my left, up on my right, down on my left, down on my right. 2 more like that. Keep those hips tucked, core tight. All right, now I'm switching to the right side. Up on my right, up on my left, down on my right, down on my left. 2 more just like that. And there we go. All right. From here, we're doing some sumo squats. So just like that sumo good morning we just did, legs are a little wider than hip width. Toes are pointing forward. If they're slightly toed out, that's okay too. Just want to make sure our knees drive out. So coming down below parallel if you can, and standing. We have 5 of these, 4 more. 2 more. And done there. All right, lastly, we're doing an alternating curtsy. So you'll see these in our workout. I'll show you first. So we're taking that leg behind us, driving the back knee to the ground. My weight's in my back toe, front heel, standing, and then switching sides, driving that knee down, standing, keeping that chest up the whole time. We're doing 3 each side. We'll start with our right side. Going to the right, down. It's like synchronized swimming. 1 more each way. Last one. All right, that's your warm up. Here comes our workout. It's a 15-minute AMRAP, which means as many rounds and reps as possible in 15 minutes. So we are doing 5 negative push-ups. I'm going to show you the higher level first, and then we'll have Cassie show you a few modifications. So negative push-ups, we're in a plank position, core's tight, butt's tucked. I want my shoulders right over my wrists. I'm going to drive my elbows back. I'm going down for a 3 count, and then up quickly. So 1, 1,000, 2, 1,000, 3, 1,000. Another option, you can drop to your knees, push up quick. Those are negative push-ups. We have 5 of those. Then we have 10 reverse crunches. So reverse crunches look like this. We're lying on our back. Hands are by our sides. Heels are in towards our butt. We're going to bring our knees to our chest, try to lift our hips, tap our heels. Coming back up. So reverse crunch, we have 10 of those. After that, we have plank hops. So we're turning back over. We're in that plank position again. Shoulders right over the wrists. We're jumping out and in. That's 1, keeping our butt low, core tight. There's 2. We have 20 of those. Then we have 20 sumo squats to curtsies. So sumo squat, we did that in the warm-up. Sumo squat, taking my left leg behind me, curtsy. Sumo squat, curtsy. That was 2 reps, so we're doing 20 total. So the rep scheme is the date of Mother's Day, 5, 10, 20, 20. So 5 negative push-ups, 10 reverse crunches, 20 plank hops, and then 20 sumo squats to curtsy. Cassie is going to be going slightly slower, showing you some modifications. I'm going to try to be going slightly faster so you can choose which level you want to follow. Here are a few modifications. So for the negative push-ups, Cassie will be showing you those on her knees. So her knees are down, her core is tight, her butt's tucked, shoulders are right over her wrist. She's lowering down for a 3 count, 1, 1,000, 2, 1,000, 3, 1,000, pushing up fast. 1, 1,000, 2, 1,000, 3, 1,000, pushing up fast. Perfect. That's the modification for the negative push-ups. I'll be doing them on my toes. Cassie will be doing them on the knees. Then we have reverse crunches. So reverse crunches, you may not be able to get your hips lifted too high off of the ground. So that's fine, just do what you can. If you can't lift very high, you can follow along Cassie. Her hips aren't coming up quite as high, and that's going to be just as good of a workout. After that, we have plank hops. If hopping is too jarring, we can do a step out version. So Cassie will step out with her left foot and then step back in. There's 1 rep, step out with her right, back in, there's 2 reps, 3 reps, and 4 reps. You're going all the way to 20 like that. Lastly, we have the sumo squat to curtsy. The only modification for that is your depth. So if you need to limit your depth at all, you can, yes, not squat so low, and then you don't have to drive your knee all the way to the ground. Let's get going. We have a 15-minute AMRAP, so as many rounds and reps as possible in 15 minutes. We're gonna make sure that we're maintaining good form and a tight core the whole time. So Cassie will be going slightly slower with some modifications. I'll be trying to go slightly faster, trying to do the hardest options. My goal is about 5 rounds during the time frame. Cassie may get around 3 to 4 rounds. Good luck, you guys. Here we go. We're gonna start that timer. Starting with 5 negative push-ups. 10 seconds. Music's going up. And go. Keep it up. Pretty sure I didn't do 20 sumo squats the first round. Sorry, guys. It's hard to figure out what you're doing and talk and count. We're at 7 minutes and 12 seconds. Hot here. Remember, go at your own pace. Get some water if you need it. All right, 4 minutes, 14 seconds. Let's get it. Come on, let's go. Talk to me, baby. We're almost there. Left. Come on. Finish this round. 2:54 left. Let's go. Come on, come on, let's go. Hope you're dripping sweat like us. Keep it up. And done. 15-minute round, guys. Walk around, let your heart rate come down. We're coming at you with some athletic stretch. Hey guys, welcome back. I hope you enjoyed that workout. So now we're going to be doing about 10 minutes of stretching. The only thing you'll need is a lacrosse ball or a tennis ball, and we'll be using that during the second half of the stretches. We're going to start out with our cobra pose, lying on our stomach. We have our forearms on the ground. We're really stretching out our abdominals and our low back. If you need more of a stretch, we can push up to our wrists. Remember, pull those shoulders away from your ears. Sink into that stretch. All right, next what we're doing is a puppy dog. So we're bringing those hips high, stretching our arms out, trying to drive either our chin or our forehead towards the ground. You should feel a nice stretch through your chest. Hanging out here for about 30 seconds. My palms are flat. You can also turn your thumbs up to feel the stretch a little differently. Just breathe. All right, coming out of that slowly, we're going into twisted cross. So twisted cross, I'm going to have my left arm out, my right hand in towards my chest. Left hand is flat. Taking that right foot over, trying to relax my head, looking away from my hand. Just stretching your shoulder and your chest. All right, coming out of that, let's go ahead and go to the other side. So left hand in by my chest, right arm out straight like a T. Going to twist. Try to get that other foot on the ground. Stretching out my chest and my shoulder. All right, going ahead and coming out of that, I'm gonna go up into a plank. We're doing a pigeon. So I'm bringing my left leg forward, my knee comes forward, my right leg goes straight back, squaring out my hips. I can either stay here, or if I need more of a stretch, I can come down onto my forearms. Feeling this in my glute, my hip of the leg that's forward, and my hip flexor, and the leg that's straight back. All right, let's go ahead and switch legs. So pushing back up into that plank, bringing my right leg forward this time, squaring out my hips, left leg is straight back. We can either stay here or we can go down to our forearms. We're holding about 30 seconds. Remembering to breathe through your stretches. All right, going ahead and coming out of that, we're going to roll over onto our back with our knees bent. We're going to cross our right ankle over our left knee, and we're reaching behind, pulling that left knee towards our chest, trying to relax our neck and our shoulders back. If you need to feel more of a stretch, you can also push this knee away. Just breathe. All right, let's switch legs. Taking the left ankle over the right knee, reaching through, bringing your knee towards your chest, relaxing your head, neck, and shoulders. Again, if you need more of a stretch, you can push your knee out. So this one, we're going to take both of our legs straight. I'm going to take my left arm out to the side, palm flat, left leg up in the air. I'm trying to drive my heel towards the sky. And then I'm taking my leg across, trying to pin that hip down. So we're not letting your hip lift. You feel this down your IT band and your hamstring. Flexing your foot will make it more intense. Breathing through it. All right, let's go ahead and switch sides. So right arm out, right leg up, trying to keep that leg as straight as possible. And bring it across your body, pinning your hip down. All right, go ahead and come out of that one. These next stretches you will need a lacrosse ball for or a tennis ball. So what we're doing is a scapular smash. So I'm going to first start with the ball here on my first rib. So that's way up high. Then I'm going to move it to mid scap, and then I'll move it to low scap. So we want to be between your spine and your scapula, that meaty part in there. That's where we're smashing. So I'm starting on my right side first. I'm going to put it on my first rib. Place it in there, finding a good spot, and then I'm slowly taking my arm back behind me, making sure I breathe as I do this. If this is pretty intense, you most likely need it. Bringing that arm back up slowly. All right. Now I'm moving it to my mid-scap, so I'm moving it down a little bit. Again, right between my shoulder blade and my spine. Bringing my arm back, trying to breathe through it. Pushing my back flat into the mat, coming back as far as I can. And coming back up slowly. Finally, I'm going to move it all the way down so I can just scoop my body up. Going back one more time. Try to relax your body around it. If you find that you are tensing, just try to breathe through it. All right, there's the 3 spots on my right side. Now I'll show you the 3 spots on my left side. So, starting with it high. Starting up on the first rib. Picking my arm up, making sure my back is flat. Bring my arm back. Smashing out all the good stuff in there. Releasing my scapula so it can track properly. All right, I'm gonna scoot up so I can move it down slightly. Head on back. Remember to breathe. Back as far as you can. And then slowly back up. Lastly, we're moving it all the way down. The very bottom of the scapula. This is not my favorite. Going all the way back. Breathing through it. Trying to keep your back as flat as you can. Bringing that arm back up. All right, we could really stay there all day. But that's what we'll do for now. Now we have a glute release. So we're in that figure 4 position again. So my left ankle's over my right knee. I'm gonna stick the ball underneath the medius part of my glutes. Just gonna roll around. I can roll to the outside of my hip. Maybe in more towards my tailbone. Moving it ever so slightly to find those knots and those tight spots in our glute. Again, making sure you're breathing through this and relaxing. We don't want to be tense when we do this. All right, let's go ahead and switch sides. So now we'll put the right knee over the left, or right ankle over left knee. Rolling out and back. Moving it around ever so slightly so you can find the tight spots. Remembering to breathe. We're here for about 10 more seconds. All right, we're coming out of this, and this time we're going to do our hip flexor. So your hip flexor, you have your hip bone here. My hip flexor runs this way where my leg meets my hip. I'm going to roll the ball, my hip bone, I'm rolling it right here, about from here to here. So I'm starting on my right side, sticking the ball right in that area, taking this other leg out to the side. I'm just either rolling slightly or just pressing if you find a good sore spot. Keeping that core tight so that our low back isn't arching. Again, you can roll farther out towards the outer portion of your leg, over towards your hip, or a little further in towards your groin. All right, let's go ahead and try that on the other side. So, right leg comes up. This goes down right underneath my left hip bone. Breathing through it. This one's pretty tight on me. Move back and forth ever so slightly, finding just the right spot. Ooh, there's a good spot. All right, I saved the best for last. So we all get a lot of tension in our trap. So our trap connects to our neck and our shoulders, so it's right about here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to use my gate. You can use a doorway and the lacrosse ball or a tennis ball. You're sticking it right here and you're pushing right into that doorway. So looks like this. Hinging over at the hips, pushing straight on. That was about 30 seconds. Let's do 30 seconds on the other side. So again, right up in the trap, hinging over, pushing straight on, breathing through it. All right, coming out of that, I hope you enjoyed our athletic stretch session. We hope you have a happy Mother's Day and enjoy the rest of the day. You guys deserve it.